Dear friends, in last video, the we have started the new subject, new points in English grammar. That is sentence structure. So we can call it sentence pattern also. So dear friends, with the help of the sentence pattern or structure, we make a proper sentence. So or make a meaningful sentence. So that's why you you always use proper words in a proper place in the sentence. So last video we have just get an information about subject and verb, then after that subject, verb and object. Now the third sentence pattern or sentence structure is, we now let's start the sentence pattern or sentence structure number 3. The third one is subject, verb, object, there is small I, then object D. The short form of this formula is or structure is subject, verb, indirect object and direct object. We can say indirect object and direct object. Now see, when the verb takes, now in the sentence verb takes two object. Two object means same, direct object and indirect object. These are the two objects. The first object is called, now the first object is indirect object. Now dear friends, in the sentence it is very easy to find out the direct object and indirect object in the sentence. Now this is one of the information, proper information. Now when two object verb takes two object, the first one is indirect object, that is called the indirect object, and second we call it direct object. So it is very easy to find out the direct object and indirect object in the sentence. Now see the example. Kamal gave his sister a gift. Now dear friends, the first words is always take the place of subject. Gave, it is the second form, give, gave, second form. It is a simple past tense. Gave we use in a simple past tense or past tense. It is the verb. This one is indirect object and this is one is the direct object. Means Kamal subject, gave verb, his sister is indirect object, a gift is direct object. Now same, my uncle sent me a letter. So how to analyze, how to find out the direct or indirect object or subject, verb, indirect object, direct object. Now see, my uncle is the subject, sent is verb, me is indirect object and a letter is direct object. Same in the third sentence, the structure, the teacher plays the role of subject, ask, present tense ask, we use ed, asked. It is the verb, him is indirect object, a question is direct object. So like this, dear friends, in any exam, MPSC, UPSC or other competitive exams, this types of question should be asked. That time you must be know the rules of English grammar, the structure of sentence. That's why you can easily find out and then you can easily get the full marks. That's why it is necessary pay attention towards the sentence pattern or sentence structure. Now, dear friends, the sentence pattern or pattern number 4 is subject, verb and complement. The short form of this pattern is S, V and C. Subject, verb, complement. Now let's see in the sentences that tell what someone or something is or looks like. So here is the description about the complement, describe or rename the subject. Means the complement gives more information or describe about the subject. So when the complement describe about the someone, so we get the subject like this. So now see the examples. The first one is Anuj is my brother. So now the first one is Anuj is subject. Here is the verb is the verb and my brother is C means complement. So my brother gives describe about the subject means Anuj. Now the second example is these books look news. So now here is the these books is subject, look is the verb and new is the complement. So new, who is the new? These book are. Okay. So new, these words explain about or describe about this book means subject. Now the third example is this is our professor. So this is the subject, is the verb, our professor is the complement. Now the fourth one is my friend became a teacher. Now here is the my friend is the subject, become the first form, become its second form is became, a teacher is the complement. Means my friend is subject, became is verb, a teacher is complements. So like this friend, this is also one of the sentence pattern or structure. With the help of these examples we can come to know or we analyze about the subject, verb and complements. Now friends, the fifth sentence pattern is subject, verb, object, then object complement. Now the structure is like this: subject, verb, O for object and CO. CO stand for object complement. Now the information is a complement after the subject, describe or rename it. Now when the complement is comes after the object, so it describe or renames it. Okay. Now like this, the example is like they painted the house white. Now the words object complement describe about the house in this. That's why the is subject painted is verb, this one is object, the house is object, and white is the object complement. The second example is she named her cat Lucky. Now she is the subject, name is the verb, her cat is object, and Lucky is the object complement. Lucky, rename about her cat or describe about the cat. The next example is Ankita considered the book great. Now Ankita is the subject, considered is object, the book is object, and great is the object complement. So the word great describe about the verb. Now the fourth one is they elected him president. Now they indicate as the subject, elected as the verb, him is object, and president is object complement. Same here is also him or president describe about the particular person, or here is the we don't know his name, so here describe about him. Okay, so in this way we can find out the subject, verb, object, and object complements. Here the object means object complements describe about the object. This is the main formula is given about the complement. Now dear friends, see the summary of sentence patterns. So we can just see or overlook on this example. From these two video we have get an information about the sentence pattern, sentence structure. We have just get an information about the 5 structure of sentence. Now there is the short form of the sentence pattern, and there is the example. Now see one by one. Now dear friends, see the first one is subject and verb, S plus V. Now see the example. The train left. Now see the train is subject and left is verb. SV, subject verb is there. Now the second sentence pattern is subject verb and object, SVO. Here is the Samir is the subject plus wrote is the verb and a poem is the object. So we get the sentence pattern SVO. Now the third example is subject plus verb plus indirect object plus direct object. So this structure is hidden in this sentence. Now see, C is the subject, sent is the verb, here is the me is the indirect object, and later is the direct object. So we get the structure SV, indirect OI and OD, subject verb indirect object and direct object. So now the second one is SVC, subject verb and complement. Now dear friends, my uncle is subject, is the verb, and our teacher is the complement. So we get the structure SVC. Now the last sentence is subject verb object and object complement. Okay, so this is the short form SV plus O plus OC or CO. Now see, the he is the subject, considered is the verb, the book is the object, and meaningless is object complements. So these types of example, this is the one of the exercise for you. So with the help of this exercise we can solve different types of examples, and with this video we get an information about the structures or patterns of sentence. Now dear friends, in this video we have get an information about the sentence pattern or sentence structure. So with the help of this sentence pattern or sentence structure, so we can make a meaningful sentence, number of sentence, and that is called the language. So with the help of this sentence structure we can make the meaningful sentence. So in this way, so please see my video or and listen my video and subscribe. Those have subscribed, please likes and ring the bell. Thank you very much.